I'm on a mission, and I'm working the ground back to the city of a small town. And I'd work out in Chicago, but I left it for the road. And I'm living in my suitcase, in the trunk where it is stored. I am coming into Sturrow Drive, watching springtime as it comes alive. I think I keep it as a souvenir, singing loud enough for you to hear that I'm gonna get there, I'm gonna rattle it out, and I'm gonna bounce back, and I'm gonna leave no doubt, cause I'm on a mission, yeah, and I'm working the ground back to the city of a small town. So it's back to where I started. Guess I knew I'd come around. Say we're family tonight, getting my feet back on the ground. Miss the barbecues out in the lawn. You're running around is making me dizzy. I have to look away. You're talking too much, you're talking in circles. Relax, we've got all day. And it looks like it's been a while since you have used your mind. So sit back, enjoy the fire. Who knows what we will find? And you sit and tend to the fire, and I see the horn getting higher. And no matter where the wind may blow, you will always be home. Well, I work hard, I work all day, and I hum to myself. Well, it helps to pass the time when there is
Good afternoon, I'm Doug. I'm here with the Good afternoon, I'm Doug. I'm here with the Astute tourist. Fun to be with, fun to hang out, gonna be a great day. Good afternoon, I'm Doug. I'm here with the Astute Tourist.
Hello, guys. I think we lost Jimmy. Good morning, everybody. How is everybody? Oh, let's see. Let's say hello to some people in the chat. Nancy, Jimmy's mom, is in the chat. Guitar Professionals is in the chat. Gavin and Glitter World Shirley is in the chat. Good morning. Good morning, Laura M. And Brandon the Bear. Nick P says, how was Helen? Helen, Georgia was a blast. I had a great time of my life. I got to meet quite a few people. I got to meet some that I have not met yet. And then I also got to meet people that I have met. So, but anyway, Laura M., good morning. And Daniel Jose, yes, I did make it home. I made it home yesterday evening about a little bit after 6 o'clock yesterday evening. So, but yeah, it was good. I rode down with Scott and Amber, and so yeah, I had a good time. I'm very thankful that I was able to go, and like I said, I got to meet Ocean to Ocean Travel, Bruce and Cindy, for the first time. I got to meet Scott Smith. Well, of course, I met him before, but the last couple times I've seen him, I didn't get to talk with him. Yeah, I did eat Darien spaghetti ice. Plus, I had my own too. So I wound up eating 2 spaghetti ices. So, matter of fact, lady that I paid for my own spaghetti ice, she thought she'd already handed me my spaghetti ice when she seen that plate, and I'm like, no. But I didn't think I was, but I had people there to back me up. So Fred from Life with Mountain Folk helped me back me up on that because. But anyway, it was good. I will say it is expensive, but it's well worth the price, and it's a good portion. So I unfortunately did not video it this time because my phone was about dead. So yeah. But anyway. But I've got a couple other videos of spaghetti ice on my channel as well, I think. But anyway, but yeah, I had a blast. I got to meet Sherry and Danny. Hello, Jimmy, the Astute Tourist.
Kenny, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I cannot see you.
Yeah, I'm having a bandwidth problem here. Give me a minute. Hey, is that me?
Yeah, it's you.
Good morning, everybody. It's been a rough start to the morning, but good morning. How are you?
I'm doing very well. How about yourself?
I'm doing well, Kenny. I apologize to everybody for the issues we're having here, but we're trying to make it work. I'm on location on my iPad. I'm coming to you live from my mother's kitchen. I was going to start it outside, but it's black outside. It's dark this morning. Yeah, my mother's right here with me, so we did in fact change the clock. So yes. I didn't take that into account.
Good morning, Seawag Journeys.
Hi, Chet. Good morning. So how was Helen, Kenny? I know you started talking about it, but tell me about it.
It was a blast for sure. Yeah. I actually have a couple of videos out there on the channel already, so I just got through uploading. It took a long time to upload a 24. I think it was a 24-minute and 22-second video. Yeah. I uploaded a church service. We had church service yesterday, and Pastor Scott Hicks gave the message. So be sure to check that out on the Ford Man channel and the Daily Dose of the Bible channel, because it's posted on both. It's posted on both channels. So
good morning, Nick.
Good morning, Nick P.
Let's see if I can do this from where I'm at. All right. Nick says the best part about our time change is we're 1 hour closer to Australia. So now Sean will be on 1 hour later on Tuesday and Wednesday mornings. I don't believe their time change, Nick, happens until April. Sean and I were talking about it the other day. Joe's here. Joe, is that in fact correct? Have you changed your clocks yet? Or do you do it in April? I think that's what Sean was saying to me. Oh, fresh squeezed Florida orange juice. I can't get this at my house, so.
Does it make your tongue slap your brain?
It really does, Kenny. I don't know if I have. I don't know if I can do the sound effects. Everything's really slow here. Let's see if we can do it. Right, ready? It's having a There we go. It works. Okay.
Because I know that spaghetti ice, the 2 spaghetti ice I had made my tongue slap my brain.
You had 2?
Yes.
Ooh, was it good?
See, I got to eat Darian's spaghetti ice because believe it or not, he could not finish his, and that's very shocking and surprising.
Is that right? That was Darian couldn't finish it?
Darian could not finish.
He's been on his diet though. He's done really good. I think he's lost like 65.
Whoop.
Sometimes the internet goes out and comes back on. So Joe says the first Sunday in April is when our clocks go back an hour. So that's
Good
what
morning,
I thought.
Renee.
So they haven't changed their clocks back yet, Nick. It won't be until April that you're back at the same time of the morning as Sean Wednesday live stream. That's right. So in April, when they do the time change, Sean and I will be able to come up live together. When I'm in the morning, he's in the evening. I think my 6 a.m. is going to be his 8 p.m. or 9 p.m., something like that. So I'm glad you had a good time. Did you meet any people that you hadn't met before, Kenny?
Bruce and Cindy from Ocean Travel.
Aren't they nice?
They are. They're awesome people.
Yeah, very nice.
And also, I got to meet
Kurt and Marshall were there, right?
Yeah, Kurt. I've met them before.
Oh, you have? Okay. Joe says, I look to be on a cruise ship. I'm actually in my mother's kitchen, Joe.
But anyway, I had, what was it? Oh, I had that swine haxa, which is pork shoulder.
Oh, yeah? How was that?
It was good, baby. My tongue sucked my brain. You should go and watch the video because it was a plateful, and I finished the whole thing.
I'm not surprised you finished it, Kenny. But yeah, I'm gonna.
I had that. I had that, and red cabbage. I had sauerkraut, German potato salad, and I think that was it.
I'm gonna have to go see the video.
Oh, and I had two types of gravy. I had brown gravy, and I had there's another name for it, but it's basically an onion gravy.
Okay.
And I can't think of what the name of it is, but yeah, that's what I had on Saturday night at that Hoffer house.
Nick,
and then
Nick says that Schweinhax is huge. He said,
"Yeah."
It was a lot of food, was it?
Oh, it's definitely a good portion. I mean, it's not no little rinky dinky portion.
No little rinky dinky portions. Brene says it looked delicious. She saw your dish, Kenny.
Yeah,
it looked delicious.
Yeah, it was good, and so yeah.
Good morning, Marjorie.
Good morning, Marjorie, and good morning, Fairy Dust. By the way, but yeah.
Yeah, good, Kenny. I'm glad you had a good time. All right, let's see if we can do this, Kenny, because I'm running on low bandwidth here, and we're gonna try something. If I disappear, just the show must go on, right, brother?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be back at some point. But let's see if we can do this.
So good morning, good morning.
Okay, it didn't work. Let me try it one more time.
So good morning, good morning. Sun
Good morning.
beams will soon shine. Good morning,
Good morning to you and you and you and you. Good morning. Good morning. We kept all night through.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Cheers.
Cheers, Kenny. Best sip of the day, buddy. That's good coffee and hot.
Mm-hmm.
Although it's not so hot anymore.
No, mine's not either, because that's actually a cup that I poured last night before I went to bed.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's all right. Coffee's good. Cold,
But I don't
warm,
waste
hot.
I don't waste it, so I'll drink it. So I've
No
still got
wasting coffee, Kenny.
I've still got almost a half a pot from where I made a pot last night. So
Yeah. Keith Preston is here. Good morning, Keith.
is asking how's the weather in Florida.
The weather in Florida is fantastic. We got here yesterday. It was almost 80 degrees, about 78. Yesterday was so yeah, let's talk about yesterday. Yesterday was a very, very long travel day for us. The airlines, I don't know what they're doing these days. I'm not going to complain too much, but they got to get their stuff together, man. So we had a 6:50 flight that went to Baltimore. Okay, cool. And then you think we'd leave from Baltimore and go to Florida, but no.
Uh-oh.
We changed planes and then flew to Cincinnati. So we went south and then flew northwest to Cincinnati. And then we stayed on the plane while everybody else got off, and then more people loaded on. And then we flew south 2 hours to Orlando. We arrived in Orlando. We were late. So not only did we do that weird traveling thing, but we were late an hour in Baltimore and had to wait, which made us late all the way down the line. So I didn't get into Orlando until after 2 o'clock yesterday. And by the time you pick up the rental car and you, get your luggage, which was a whole nother weird thing, to say the least, traveling by plane these days is not as fun as it used to be. I met up with my parents probably 4:30 by the time we made it here. Oh, so for you Floridians, and I'm sure Chet and Robin and anybody else that lives here in this state, Interstate 4. Let's talk about that. My God, where do all the people come from? It was a parking lot. Does anybody that lives in Florida, are you in here? Do you know what I'm talking about? We took, I think, 192, Mom, is that right? From 417 coming out of the airport. That's the road number. And then you're supposed to pick up Interstate 4 to head south because we're in Lake Alfred. It was a parking lot. Chet knows. He says I-4 is a nightmare. Well, I've discovered the nightmare. I found it yesterday. So Colleen and I had the quick forward thinking to get off of the highway. We adjusted the GPS to avoid the interstates, and we made it to Route 27, which basically comes almost right down on my ride. It took us a little bit to be able to to get around 4, but here we are. We took us over an hour to get here, which it normally I think would take less than that, 45 minutes, maybe 50 minutes. Well, the way I drive. So, but yeah, what a mess. So, but we made it. My goodness.
I got my hugs.
My mother says she got her hug. She sure did. She said plenty of hugs since I've got here. But Bernie says greetings to Mom. So, yeah, John Gaylor's here. Good morning, John. John says Route 4 has always been like that. You know, I seem to remember it kind of being like that, but it was a Sunday afternoon. Sunday? I know they got Mickey Land and all that stuff there, but my God, just
spring break.
crazy. Oh, well, Mom said it's spring break too. So that could be contributing to it, but what a pain in the ass. Yeah, I said it. Pain in the ass. But we finally made it here. And I took my folks out for some fish last night. Not as good as the fish up north, but it was good. It was good.
You drunk something, right?
Yeah, I think so. I had some baked flounder, and it was delicious. You ever had flounder, Kenny?
You know, I don't know if I've ever had flounder or not. Now I know I have had, I have had tilapia,
Yeah.
and I've had pink salmon, and I've had and I've had catfish.
Did it make your tongue slap your brain, Kenny?
Yes. Those sound effects crack me up.
I know they do. That's why I do it. I love your laugh. I love your laugh, brother. I do.
But anyway, Fred from Life of Mountain Folk, he said something to me yesterday. It was Saturday when he looked at my plate and said, "Where did you put all that food?"
Right? I don't know how you can eat the way you do, Kenny, and stay so skinny. You must just goes into that hollow leg. Paul Zilla's here. Good morning, Paul. I'm in Florida right now. We traveled all day yesterday, and we're just south of Orlando. We're going to spend a few days here, and then we're heading out to the West Coast. We're going to go out to the Naples area. Englewood, Naples, Bonita Springs, Venice. We're doing some real estate hunting. So Chet says the tickle bug got Kenny for sure. And Bernie says Kenny can eat. Yeah, you've witnessed that, haven't you, Bernie?
Even Scott Smith, he sat at the same table that I sat at that Hofbräu House restaurant.
Yep.
And matter of fact, he was the one that brought me down to the restaurant from the hotel, from the Hellendorf Inn. So, because everybody was meeting there at 6:00 on Saturday. That was over. I tried to go live, but again, the internet really was not that great, so yeah. I could not go live at the restaurant. I could not go live for the church service, so I've had to do pre-recorded videos for both things. But anyway, good morning, Scott.
Good morning, Scott.
But
Scott is here?
Scott from Kicking It Country.
Oh, okay. Gavin says, Jimmy, you should look in the Panhandle Coast area. So we're going to be looking for investment property here in Florida. So I'm not looking to move here, not yet. I still have to work. I can't retire yet. But lost my track of track of thought. We're looking for property, so investment property like Airbnb maybe, or even long time rental. I'm trying to find. Kenny's laughing at me. I'm trying to find the means to.
I'm laughing at a comment that Scott said.
What did he say?
Scott,
Kenny, did you get the stink out of your house? What is that, Kenny?
Well,
Did you stink out the place?
Eli, his oldest boy, he let one rip inside the house.
Oh, no.
And Scott said, and then I let one rip right behind it.
Oh, jeez, you guys.
And he can smell it, and I couldn't.
That's all right. We were on the plane coming down.
Yeah.
And you're sitting 3 in a row. And so I usually take the window seat because I'll film out the window and that. And Colleen is in the middle. And of course, you never know who you're going to get sitting next to you. So this gentleman sits next to us. This is when we flew from Baltimore to Cincinnati. In fact, he stayed on the plane coming here. But anyway, he sat down, and all of a sudden Colleen goes like this, and she turns and she's like, look, I go, what? And she didn't say anything. And then when we stopped in Cincinnati, we switched over to the row with only 2 seats. And she told me, she goes, that guy farted. She goes, it was awful. I couldn't smell it, but I just thought it was funny. Okay. Gavin says, I got on the CBD and got off the coffee, and now I never forget anything. Or you think you never forget anything. How are those? Is it the gummies? Or are you doing the oil? Or Colleen uses the CBD for her lupus, and it seems to help her a little bit. Where she was, oh, look at this. My mother's using it as well. This is premium hemp oil, double advantage.
Keeps my mouth.
Good. Chet says, dang, Jimmy, you made me spit my milk out.
It's probably a good thing
Sorry, buddy.
It's probably a good thing I didn't have coffee in my mouth when he was telling that story.
Oh my gosh. Poor Colleen. Because I'm looking out the window, I'm not paying any attention. And then when we moved over, she told me, and I'm like, damn, honey, I'm sorry. I didn't smell it.
Luckily, the times that I have flown and I've had people next to me, luckily I've not had to experience that. But I hope I never do.
Yeah, I mean, and you're on a plane, so you're like, trying to adjust the air above you so it maybe blows it away, it blows the stink away.
Yeah.
Hold it in.
That's funny. So tomorrow, when we do the live, I'm hoping I'll have this all sorted out. I'm not sure what was going on with it this morning, but hey, look, it took us a little bit to get going. We won't be playing any games because I don't have my computer, so there's no way that I can prepare for Notable. We could do history today. You want to do that?
Sure.
All right, so let me pull that up. Pull that up on my phone. So what's going on? What's going on this week for you, Kenny? You got any good plans?
Well, I'm gonna go to the Greens today. I'm gonna go visit my dad. They're coming after me about 8 o'clock. Now
Okay.
that's what they said yesterday, but now it could change between from the time they called me yesterday to now. So, but good morning, Billy from Bama Noah Adventures.
Morning, Billy. All right, so let's see if I can do this, if I can play the bumper for it. If not, we'll just go right to it. But, of course, I have to find it.
This Week in History.
And, of course, as always, This Week in History is brought to you by Revive Furniture and Home Decor. Revive Furniture and Home Decor.com. We make decorating easy. And my iPad's falling over. Here we go. All right, today is it's March 11th. Back to the year. Let's see. Oh, this was a busy day today in history. We're going way back, all the way to the year 1544. Torquato Tasso, the greatest Italian poet of the late Renaissance, was born in Sorrento in the Kingdom of Naples on this day in 1544. Happy birthday to him. In 1811, Luddite riot. Everything okay?
Well, it's sounding robotic, kind of in and out like crazy. We can only hear like every other word.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. Hopefully, we'll get this straightened out. All right, we'll keep going. In Arnold, Nottingham, textile workers staged the first major Luddite riot in England, breaking the machinery that was causing the displacement. The protest launched a movement that spread throughout the country. Could you hear that okay, Kenny?
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Okay. In 1888, a winter storm began on the Atlantic coast of the United States, ultimately blanketing New York City with 22 inches of snow, and other areas got up to 50 inches. The Great
Whoop. And he's gone again.
100 people and caused widespread property damage. Yikes. 55 inches in one storm. That beat out the blizzard of 78 for us, I think. I think that beat that out. In 1916, British politician Harold Wilson, who led the Labour Party to victory in 4 general elections and was Prime Minister of the United Kingdom from 1964 to 1970 and from 1974 to 1976, was born. Yeah, it keeps dropping in and out. I see that. In 1918, one of the most devastating pandemics in human history reached the United States as the country reported its first cases of the Spanish flu. A real pandemic. Imagine that. But I digress. In 1926, African-American civil rights leader Ralph David Abernathy, who was in the 60s, was born in Linden, Alabama. Good morning to Shirley from Glitter World. I know you've been here, Shirley, but I just saw your chat. Shirley just got a good amount of snow. I don't know if anybody saw her YouTube and her Facebook, but man, you got probably a couple feet, didn't you, Shirley? Looks like you guys got nailed. Wow. All right, moving on. In 1930, William Harold Taft was the first U.S. president to be buried in Arlington National Cemetery in Arlington, Virginia. In 1931, newspaper publisher and media entrepreneur Rupert Murdoch, founder of the News Corporation Ltd., was born in Melbourne, Australia. I didn't know that Rupert Murdoch was an Australian. Joe, did you know that? I bet Joe knew that.
I think Joe went to bed because he said something about he was just saying a quick hello and he was headed to bed. I think he left. There. I think he left a long time ago. I think.
Good morning, Ross. It's good to see you, my friend. Thanks for
coming
in.
Good morning, Ross. Orange Comb Vlog.
I'm still stuck. My ramp had 6 to 12-foot snowbanks. I saw you guys had the drifts there. My goodness.
Keep that stuff away from me. I don't want it.
Right, Kenny? Okay. In 1941, the U.S. Congress passed the Lend-Lease Act. I wish they would tell me what the Lend-Lease Act is, because it doesn't say it on here. In 1942, during World War II, Allied forces in the Southwest Pacific Theater came under the command of U.S. General Douglas MacArthur following his tour on the Bataan Peninsula in the Philippines. In 1959, the Sun, let me say that again, Lorraine Hansberry's A Raisin in the Sun became the first play by an African-American woman to be produced on Broadway. In 1985, Mikhail Gorbachev succeeded Konstantin Chernenko as leader of the Soviet Union. Mr. Gorbachev, tear that wall down. Ronald Reagan. In 1990, following the vote of the parliament, Lithuania became the first Soviet republic to declare its independence from USSR. In 2004, Madrid suffered a series of terrorist attacks when 10 bombs detonated by Islamist militants exploded on 4 trains at 3 different rail stations, killing 191 people and injuring some 1,800. Michelle Bachelet became the first woman to serve as the country's president as she was sworn into office. I think John's telling us what that lease act was. Authority to direct material aid such as ammunition, tanks, airplanes, trucks, and food to the war effort in Europe without violating the nation's official position of neutrality. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you for that, John. John is our statistician and
I
our fact
want
finder.
to say hello to Crossover Paranormal Society.
Good morning, guys. Thank you for coming in. They're here just about every live stream for us. We appreciate it.
And going back to going back to a funny story that Scott from Kicking It Country had said. It said Amber just didn't fart. Pretty sure she pooped her pants when we flew to Tampa. Everyone around us was gagging.
Hey, what do they put in that German food, Kenny? My goodness.
That was he's talking about when they flew down to when they did the when they flew down for their very first cruise for the helping hands for cruising with James Catney's the second recipient.
Yeah,
they became the third recipients, but
yeah, James and Cindy, they were in Helen, right?
Yeah, I actually got to meet them. Yeah. They're awesome people.
Yeah, I haven't met them yet, but he's him and Cindy seem very nice.
Oh, they are. They're just as you see them on screen.
That's awesome.
So
let me finish up here. So we got a couple more to go. So the World Health Organization declared that COVID-19 outbreak was a pandemic. Really? I know. Where's Denise? She needs to tell me to get off my soapbox. I won't get on it.
Denise must be working.
I bet she is. Okay, so notable birthdays today. In 1931, we mentioned Rupert Murdoch. In 1936, Antonin Scalia, United States jurist, was born. In 1952, Douglas Adams, the British author, was born. In 1978, Didier Drogba, Ivorian football player. My goodness, say that 10 times fast. I know he does the history as well. In 1993, Anthony Davis, American basketball player, was born. And then on this day in 1898, Dorothy Gish, American actress, was born. She died on June 4th, 1968, at the age of 70 in Rapallo, Italy. And then the featured event for today, in 2011, Japan struck 2011, an earthquake struck off the northeastern coast of Honshu, Japan, causing widespread damage in the country and triggering a devastating tsunami that instigated a major nuclear accident. And I remember that happening. Not good to those people. So that's what's that's what's happening.
Have a good one, Scott. Hope y'all get power soon.
Bye, Scott. Thank you for coming in. I hope you guys get your power back. So that's what's happened in this day in history. I think.
This week in history.
And as always, like I said, Revive Furniture and Home Decor is our sponsor for this day in history. You can check them out at their website. Go over and visit them. And if you go over and you want to comment, tell them that Kenny sent you over to say hi. So there you have it. Let's see, what else do we get? Don't forget to like and share, subscribe. Send us a super chat. Help Kenny and I get another cup of coffee.
I couldn't do that today.
What, Kenny?
Have you got a way of doing the weather?
Yeah, I do. Let's just do the weather. Let's do it. What's the weather like where you're at, Kenny? Or do you want me to go first?
You go ahead and go first.
All right, I'll go first. So I am right now, I am in the greater Winter Haven, Florida area. It's presently 53 degrees. It's mostly cloudy with a high of 75 today. A high of 75. Yay. It looks like we're going to have a pretty good day today. It doesn't show any precipitation at all. It's going to remain upwards of 75 to 80 degrees. And at some point, it'll be partly sunny. And there's 0% chance of precipitation today. So very, very different from back home. Let's see. I'm going to say, if I was in Auburn, New Hampshire right now, it's 30 degrees there and cloudy. It looks like it's going to be a very windy day, 0% chance of precipitation, but they're going to have a high of about 38 degrees today. That is not Celsius, that's Fahrenheit, so brr. And John says it's snowing like crazy in upstate New York.
Good morning, Sharon.
Here, what's it like in your neck of the woods, Kenny?
Okay, 29 degrees, feels like 21.
Damn.
And it's only going to be a high of 50 degrees today.
Wow, it's cold there today in North Carolina.
And well, compared to yesterday, we had upper 50s, almost lower 60s in Helen, Georgia.
Wow.
But the thing about it is, with that wind, though, it was kind of cold. Now if that wind wasn't blowing, it wouldn't be so bad. But when we got back home in North Carolina, and we got into cooler weather, so it was a big difference between the temperatures we had in Helen, Georgia, and in North Carolina weather, for sure.
Yeah, man, that's a big change for sure.
Yeah, it's
Sharon's
supposed,
here.
yeah.
Sharon's
Good morning,
good
Sharon.
morning to us.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a high of 50 today, partly cloudy, and a low of 29 tonight. 29 degrees tonight.
Brr.
Yeah.
Good morning to John again. John says it's 26 in New York, going up to 38. Hey, 38 heat wave. I have to tell Chet, he's saying hi to Sharon, but I have to tell Chet, I could get used to the weather here, my friend. Um, yeah, I'm really seriously thinking of relocating, taking the Astute studio and moving it south. I can on the screen porch last night after dinner, and I don't know, it was maybe 60 out, 55 or 60, and I'm in a t-shirt and enjoying. And my dad says, if you're cold, we can go in. And I said, cold, Dad? I said, this is like summer to me. He said, yeah, I'm cold. So I go, okay, let's go in. But they're used to it here, they're, 60's cold for them. Where we're from, 60 is warm. It's a heat wave. So yeah, I definitely do need to move down. The minute we landed at the airport and I looked out the window and I saw the pond, and then the smell of the air is different here. I guess it's all the flora or the fauna, the trees and whatnot. But you ever notice that, Kenny, when you go somewhere, like you're used to being at home, but then you go somewhere a little further away and the air, have you noticed the air smells different?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. And that's the feeling I guess the trees and that, it smells lovely, and it's different from back home. Sharon says 49, high of 63 today in South Georgia. All right, John, if you move south, I hope you get better internet. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. It's a little spotty, but I have my hotspot. I'll use that maybe next time. And then so Wednesday, Thursday morning stream. I'm going to try to do it from the beach, but if it's dark out, you're not going to see it. Maybe we'll change the time a little bit, Kenny. I don't know. You and I can talk after. We'll figure the schedule out, and maybe maybe we can wait until the sun comes up till maybe around 8 o'clock or something, or not to step on anybody else. We'll make sure that we do the time so we don't step on anyone else's live stream. So, but we'll figure that out. Chet says, did you say you're in Winter Haven? Yes, I'm actually in Lake Alfred, but it's right next to Winter Haven. In fact, we ate at a place called the Harborside last night in Winter Haven. So yes, that's where we're at. We'll be here until Wednesday morning, and then we're heading out towards Naples. Not heading out towards Naples, we'll be in Naples. All right, what time do we got, Kenny? Oh my gosh, look at the time. We're getting close to the end of the show, as spotty as it's been.
Yeah, I got to thinking, if you move to Florida, you'll be closer to your mom then.
I will. Yep, I will be closer to my mom. That's kind of maybe. It's good to see my parents. It's been, like I said, a year since I've seen them. So it was great, and lots of hugs been giving out. I'm with the original hugger, my mom, so she gives out fantastic hugs. So I learned it from her.
I can't wait to maybe hopefully meet your parents someday.
I hope you do, Kenny. I hope. Chet says they live in Sebring. How far away are you? So you're close? Chet, we should get together. I didn't know you lived close here. John says, I have a video when I lived in Florida. I was wearing sweats and my family that came down complaining about the heat. Right? But when you're here, you're used to it. Or at least you're used to the warmer weather. So when it's cooler, it feels cold. I get that. They must see the regulars, the people that live here all the time. They must see the tourists come down when it's chilly, and they must look at them like they're crazy because they're all swimming in the pool, and when the locals wouldn't swim in the pool yet. So let's make arrangements after we do the live here. I'll send you a private message on Facebook, and we'll make plans to get together. I think that would be great. I would love to meet you and Robin. Be great. Be awesome.
Have you gotten to meet them yet in person yet?
No. And now that we're close, to them, I think that would be great. I would love to meet up with them. I think it would be a lot of fun. That's the cool thing about our YouTube family, right? You got to meet some people this weekend that you hadn't met before.
Yep. I got to meet Lisa from Lisa's Cruises and Adventures, I think it is.
Yep.
And
Bruce and Cindy you met from Ocean to Ocean Travel.
I met Bruce and Cindy from Ocean to Ocean Travel, and I got to meet Sherry and Danny from Destination Fun.
And they live here in Tampa, I believe, in Florida, or around the Tampa area, I think.
Yeah, I do believe that's where they. I do believe that's where they reside. So.
Very cool. Well, this has been a very spotty, crazy live stream, but I'm glad we were able to pull it off. What do you got coming up next? I know you're going to see your dad today, Kenny. Is there anything else? You got any new videos coming out? Or
I'll be uploading a video from the Huddle House restaurant that we went to yesterday afternoon after church service. So, because that church service yesterday, I had to pre-record it, and then of course I did pre-recorded video on the food as well. So you'll get to you'll get to see all the people in that Huddle House video that I'm getting. And I also had some really good food that made my tongue slap my brain.
Of course, Kenny, of course. I want to say
Derpy Playground.
I want to say hi to Derpy Playground for coming in. We appreciate you coming in.
Hello, Mom.
There's my mom. I appreciate you guys coming in this morning. I apologize for the spotty internet. We'll get this all straightened out before tomorrow. I hope you all have a good day. Kenny, I hope you have a good day today.
Oh, I will. I'm actually taking my dad. He wanted me to bring back some German coffee.
Okay.
And also bring back that swine haxe.
Oh yeah.
That pork.
You brought some home for him to try.
I brought a big old plate of it. So me and him and his new bride will probably dig into that thing later today.
I'm sorry, him and his bride will probably what?
Me and his bride will probably dig into that thing today.
Oh, right on. Awesome, Kenny. All right. Well, when you see them, tell your dad and Pauline that I said hi.
Yeah.
And I guess that's going to do it for today. We'll try to figure this whole thing out tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. I think that's all I got, Kenny. You got anything else you want to add before we get out of here?
Just PMA, positive mental attitude.
Yeah, don't forget Positive Mental Attitude PMA. It'll definitely save your day. And when I tell you I'm living proof that it works, trust me, it works. What's the other thing? Make a difference in somebody's day today. All you have to do is make eye contact, smile at somebody, shake a hand, say a kind word, give them a hug. If they're willing, don't just don't run up to somebody and say, "Hey, I'm giving out hugs because my friend Jimmy said give out hugs." So don't do that. But if you see a first responder today, thank them for what they do. The men and lady of the fire department, the police department, our EMS and healthcare workers, and of course our nurses. We love our nurses. And last but not least, our veterans. They're out there every day on that proverbial wall, protecting us and keeping us from harm and protecting, I don't have my flag, but protecting our red, white, and blue. Oh, glory. I love my flag. I love my country. God bless America, and God bless all of you. And God bless you, Kenny.
Thank you very much. I'm very thankful for the friendship that you have, Jimmy.
Me too, Kenny, and I can't wait for you and I to meet. Hopefully, we're going to meet long before the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise. So, you never know.
If you ever down this way toward North Carolina,
right? I'll definitely. If I'm in North Carolina, Kenny, the first place I'm coming is to see you. So. And then you and I are going to eat something that'll, make our tongues slap the brain. Right? All right. That's going to do it for me.
Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, we'll do it all over again tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
With spotty internet. But I want to wish everybody peace and love from deep down in my heart. My name is Jimmy, your astute tourist, and he is...
Fort Macon Oaks. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Love you. Have a good day.
But you don't have to go to work now.
Here it is somewhere.